I have fucking Take You to the Movies by Bang stuck in my head. I don't know why.
I'm gonna take you to the movies, Shawty.
Yeah.
I don't ever hear the lyrics. I just hear the MIDI.
Yeah.
That's all I ever hear. When somebody says that, I don't know. I take you to the movie. I hear that, but then I hear the MIDI is all that pops into my mind.
I already hit record, so it's all whatever. Cause like, I just knew we were gonna pop off, so in case something funny happened.
Well, okay, so let me introduce our special guest.
Go ahead.
It's not Michelle
It's not
Obama.
Michelle Obama for those of you. Yeah,
No.
sorry. He baited the fuck out of me too.
She may come later. Who knows?
Okay.
Our special guest tonight, the legend himself, the dude who started it all, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Oh
I
shit.
can't. We got fucking the fucking Bitcoin Godfather here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, my first question, I mean, we all know you used Adam as a pawn to be the figurehead for Bitcoin. Where are you? What are you doing? What are you actually up to?
Oh, this is for me, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's referring to me.
No.
Well, I'm in Nevada.
You can be as vague as you want. I know you're in hiding.
Kind of. I got some threats made against me constantly every day. I'm in Nevada. I can't narrow down the location more than that for security purposes.
That Area 51, we know.
And
He's with John McAfee's son in hiding.
I was just going to say, that was our other guest, but he didn't really come through with an answer, so.
Well, he's
McAfee's
dead.
son,
so that makes a lot of
Epstein's
sense.
third cousin.
that's a
Yeah.
lie. You take it back.
Yeah, he's not. Shitashi would know.
Yeah.
Or Satoshi, sorry.
Shiitake mushrooms over here would know
Yeah,
exactly.
shiitake.
I think it's pronounced Shituki.
Shituki?
Yeah.
Mushroom?
Shituki
Never
this
named.
dick.
I want to get some Shituki right now.
No. I was in Nevada once and I had a Shitoki taken on me, if you know what I mean. I had to pay good money for that.
I don't expect it would be that expensive in the Wild West.
Actually, yeah, you're right. It was really cheap.
It was dirt cheap.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
Where'd you go, Perump?
I remember one time I was in Vegas and there was a guy doing his thing on the street in Old Vegas, and he was like a street performer, but his performance, his bit, was he was just out there wearing nothing but boxer briefs. He was like my size, 5'7", 5'8", relatively fit, but he just had a sign wrapped around his chest that said, "Kick me anywhere, $20." And of course, everyone's gonna kick him in the balls. So there's just a big red like clown nose right on the tip of his of his boxer briefs, like a bullseye. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that to the poor guy. But I did watch as 3 other people in like a span of 10 minutes walked up to this guy and just relentlessly fucking railed him right in the balls. And he was taking it like a champ. It was awesome.
If you
So that's how me and Satoshi first met. Was yeah, it was pretty cool.
just fucking what if somebody just went up and just fucking like hammer kicked him in the kneecap?
An MMA fighter shows up and just gives him the 5-finger death punch.
And his insurance would drop him
Yeah, his heart just explodes. We don't cover that.
pretty much. It's in the special clauses.
Fuck, what have you guys been up to? It's been a slow week for me.
So hold on, we were just adjusting the mic here real quick.
Good? We good?
So we're good now. I had a little excursion this weekend. This week, not anything crazy. But if you remember a couple weeks back, I talked about how the gas station is my favorite like unregulated black market.
Yeah.
Just like you can get whatever. It's gotten so absurd. So I had heard of like Delta 8, but I didn't know what it even was because so check this out. I mean, because I thought I was like, oh, it's like fucking salvia or something, some fucking neurotoxic research chemical, whatever. But I have
the
this
guys
little
that killed
thing.
Osama, right? Delta 8.
Well, yeah. So, fuck, dude, I lost my whole train of thought. I have this. No, it's not your fault. It's the fucking drugs. So I have this like habit of collecting research chemicals, like gray market ones, things I never intend on using, just because like if I can get them, I do, and I get them in bulk. So whenever I find like, well, I'm getting there. so
look, I need to introduce you to a thing called target phrases, which we want to avoid. Because, quote, I have a habit of collecting research chemicals is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Sounds like a quote.
Got the yellow cake.
That's my epitaph right there. If I could get you, whatever. So I fucking actually read up on Delta 8 and what so it's Delta 8 THC, so it's like a modified THC or whatever. So I'm like, I'll grab some just in case it becomes illegal again. So I went into one tobacco outlet and they had some in a counter and it took forever to get a guy to even like acknowledge I was there. And I don't know if he was just stoned out of his gourd or totally disaffected or whatever. And he's like, how can I help you? I'm like, yeah, can I get some of those Delta 8 gummies? And he's like, which ones? And I'm like, you got like 4,000 here. Just recommend one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you like? He's like, the can of bananas. So I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
So I know the can of bananas.
So the thing is, these all look bootleg as shit. Like there's one that looks like a Warheads bag, but it says Potheads.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the Sour Patch Kids one's like, Sour Diesel Children or something. So I'm like, let me get the gummy worms. They look good as fuck. So I get them. I haven't taken actually any of them yet. But I'm like, I kind of like look online and they're like branded and they have like social media. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I don't know. And some people are like, oh, they're great. And some people are like, I did nothing. I'm like, let me just grab some others just to be sure. So I swing by another place that was nearby because there's 9 trillion vape stores now.
Yeah.
Like every other corner is a fucking vape outlet. I go in this one and I'm like, hey, do you guys have Delta 8? He's like, yeah, we got all this Delta 8, but we also have Delta 9. And I'm like, isn't that just regular THC?
Just regular
like,
THC.
Yeah, it is. So I just bought a bunch of that too. And then he's like, we also have Delta 10 and THC 0. And I'm like, what the fuck are you, like, I don't even know what he's talking about. And then he starts showing me vape carts and he's like talking about them. And it's like a foreign language to me.
Yeah.
It looks like he's showing me an instrument from Dune. Cause like, it looks like a cyberpunk accordion with buttons and switches and a fucking oboe with a hookah thing on it. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't know what to even do with it. That looks like
he says, I recommend this one over here, and the Bene Gesserit voice activates, and you're commanded in front of the fucking the clear window, the glass pane window, and you start picking them up. That's fucking crazy.
So yeah, you can apparently just buy straight drugs at every fucking like gas station and vape outlet in town now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I did a little digging like on why. I'm like, how the fuck? Okay, because like Delta 8 I get, right? Because it's like an analog, and I'm used to that in the supplement world because like fucking anytime there's a pre-workout where people are like, oh, this is fucking sick. I'm like, I bet it's amphetamines. Yeah. Like, it's just another amphetamine analog.
Yeah.
Like you're doing cocaine and meth before you go work out.
Right.
Just so you know. But so I'm like, I'm used to that kind of shit. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, how are they fucking selling Delta 9? That's legit THC. And it's not really legal yet. So the 2018 Farm Bill allows them to sell anything derived from hemp that's standardized to like less than 0.03% THC. But there's no limitation on them extracting the THC and making shit out of it. So it's exactly the same THC. They can extract as much as they want.
They just
and
need
make things
so much more product.
Right. They just have to grow a ton more hemp, but they can. Well, and I don't even know how you prove that you're not just taking it from other shit. But like,
you know what's tight about that? TSA doesn't know the difference.
Right.
Well,
there are stores in town where you can buy CBD flowers, and it looks like it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
You would never know the difference, like until you smoke it and it doesn't do anything. Like,
well, yeah, I firsthand experience. I've experimented with the Delta 8 gummies, the Delta 8 carts, the Delta 8 flowers, and then Delta 10 carts. The Delta 10 carts, like the concentrated wax that you put in like a vape. Whoa.
So like now I have to go back and get Delta 10, and I'm supposedly I'm not gonna get THC 0 because this is some whole other shit. I'm not even fucking kidding. You look up THC 0. I'm like,
next time
you
you just ask if
motherfuckers.
they have Code Red or fucking Pepsi Max too, because that shit that sounds like Pokemon generations. What the fuck are we dealing with, dude?
Yeah, like I'm
This
like,
shit's
dude,
so complicated.
I was like, I just want to walk in, and be like, yo, where the weed at?
Yeah. I got 5 on it.
Smoked up.
Well, and then so
I'm trying to
I
get
just
smoked up.
I like remember being a kid, and all the weed I ever saw around people looked like fucking brown dried oregano.
Yeah.
Like I never saw like until I was older. I don't think I ever saw like sticky bud and shit. And like when these kids talk about weed and post, like I'm like, dude, you guys don't even know. I watched people go to jail for like a little baggie of dirt.
Yeah.
Like holy shit! I just walked into a store and bought a fuck ton of drugs. I don't do them, never have, but I'm like a habitual collector.
Well, the fact that you can go to those same stores, buy all that quote unquote weed,
Right.
and then buy enough Kratom to put you in a coma.
Kratom is another thing I can't believe people fuck with because that has serious addictive properties.
Yeah.
Like you can
What
get
is
withdrawals.
Like that spice shit that was like
Oh, K2, right. I was just about to talk about that. Yeah.
Well, it's not.
So-
It's not K2. This is like a plant from Thailand. It's called. So like, I'm gonna get hate. So I've been to Thailand. So like Sawadee Kop. I know all that. So like, it's Kratom, and
Okay.
yeah, it's like it's like they chew the leaves there for pain relief. But I heard they're legalizing it, but it's actually illegal there. But you can buy it everywhere in the street.
I'm pretty sure that's what Tony Yad used as a special move in the Protector movie was Kratom.
Probably all the movie Thai guys fucking do this shit because you don't feel anything or whatever. But
it's similar to kind of
it's like an opiate.
Yeah, I was gonna say an
Okay.
opioid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was
it
going to say,
doesn't
I
give-
remember growing up,
So
and weed was really big, obviously, but K2 was everywhere when I was in high school.
Yeah. So like
I
that's
used to-
what
I used to see kids smoking that shit out of cans, and I'm like, bro, the amount of chemicals you're putting into your body that are definitely not man-made or
Right,
are
spice
not
and bath
natural
salts.
is just out of this fucking world.
that's why I didn't even look like when people were like, I'm gonna get Delta 8 and you see signs. I was like, I didn't even look into it because I'm like, oh, okay, it's the new fucking it's the new thing to skirt it, like whatever. And I didn't know it was like legit, so I'm like, okay, whatever. And the fucked up thing about Kratom is I'm not joking about it being in the gas station, like I'm talking like a full like BP and Holiday, like full multinational chains right next to the register. They have it in pill and liquid form.
You
can
can
literally
get
buy
your little
liquid
jewel
form.
packs, or you can get fucking Kratom or Kratom
Right.
or whatever.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
They have,
I know you guys can't
kryptonite.
see them, but
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
smoke kryptonite.
pull these out.
What's that?
I was saying to have some kryptonite I could smoke.
Oh, we on that kryptonite. That kryptonite.
Okay, you guys are on the kryptonite.
We on that kryptonite.
We on that kryptonite. It's definitely a bar or something.
Dude, don't tempt me.
Dude,
Do not tempt me.
Hold up.
Guys,
I wish you.
It's his. They're chemicals for
So-
his collection.
Those in that box
Yeah.
are the legit that's legit just THC.
Oh, and you bought this here in town?
I bought it in
Go
the store.
fucking-
Look at that. Look, there's a fucking price tag.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
see that.
I did pay in cash. I paid in cash because I'm paranoid, and they
I wanna
didn't
know
have
this-
change.
I wanna
They were
know
like, I
this
can't
store.
make. They're like, I can't. I don't have like $1.15 to give you. I'm like, keep it, bro. I'm like, I'm not paying with my card.
Dude, I need to know where you got this because
Yeah, dude.
let's take
a trip because I'm gonna go back and get like all the other shit, and I don't know what I'm looking at.
Okay, yeah, because my wife, she has to drive like an hour and a half to go like get like an eighth of weed, and then she's able to buy like 1 or 2 carts and then one thing of gummies.
Yeah, no,
at
dude,
a
I
time.
could have bought a fuck ton of that. I probably should have.
Yeah, fuck.
So I was gonna take them, but I have a fucking job interview tomorrow. I've been like applying for jobs. I need money really bad. So like,
Do you
Can I
think it has
open
something
one
to
of
do with
these?
Your,
Go ahead.
Your fucking collection of expensive research chemicals.
abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
Oh yeah. Let's.
I mean,
So
they
I don't
say
know.
you
You
should
can do
invest your
whichever one you
money.
want.
But I don't really know
Okay.
if that's like.
Those
I
ones
don't
are
know
like
if that's a
actually labeled.
sensible venture.
Dude, drugs are always a good investment. I just don't ever resell them. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's my problem too. Okay.
He just puts them on his bookshelf like anime figures. He's like, oh,
I
yeah,
literally just
so-
pulled these. I
Here's
literally pulled these
Kryptonite.
out
There's my
of the
Pepsi Max.
bookshelf.
So we got about, I'm gonna say an hour.
What is that? 10? That's 20 milligrams, right? Of Delta 8?
30.
30? Oh shit, those are heavy.
Yeah.
I want to fucking do one too. I don't know if I'm gonna get drug tested though.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But do I want to work anyone that's gonna drug test? Well, I fucking do for 20 grand more a year.
I was borderline before I left. Well, let's say an hour before I left. I was like, handful of mushrooms. Like, let's see where this goes. But I was like, I better wait.
So this company makes fucking psilocybin chocolate bars, but I don't.
Which company is it?
Canna Banana. But you can't just like
Canna
buy
Banana.
them in the store.
Well,
So like you said
You-
you had
you-
experience with these, right? Like that.
oh, I
Like,
not
well, this
not
brand,
those.
though?
Yeah, that brand. Yeah, I've had that brand before, and they're. I'll be honest. The Delta 8, it's not the same as like regular ass weed.
Well, you
But-
could have done one of these fucking. If you
No,
wanted
I-
to. These
No,
are
no,
fucking
those will
bullshit.
be awesome.
Some call that
Save those.
bad
And,
weed.
yeah, but I really enjoy the Delta 8. And I really enjoy the Delta 10.
So now, see, like, I want to go back and get 10 because like I started reading, everyone's like Delta 8's awesome, and then everything I started reading is like, yeah, it puts me to sleep. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not trying to sleep. I'm trying to fucking.
No, the Delta 10, it's more of a mind high, not so much a body high. But that's just the one experience I've had with it. But the Canna Banana, did I tell you about the Wonder Bars that I had?
did. You
Okay.
did one, yeah.
More about like why there's 8, 9, and 10, and why people why they're going to that over just buying just like cannabis flower and smoking it that way instead. I mean, is it just because they want to vape it? Help me understand.
It's
It's
legal.
legal.
It's
'cause
legal everywhere.
You can derive.
Okay.
It comes from hemp, and it's like a slightly modified THC, so it's not illegal. It's
So-
not a
so-
drug. So you can do Delta 8 and Delta 10 in almost every place, and like there are some states it's banned. Like I think Minnesota is actually one, and
Delta 8's banned in Colorado.
yeah,
My buddy Anthony, they've got a little grow community going, and he's a broker for a bunch of the locally growing hemp companies like Loon CBD and shit. He's one of the dudes I get my shit from. But he was just talking about that last night. He's more into like the CBD and talking about the CBG and CBDA and all that shit as well. But we were kind of just ragging on isolates and how they don't do shit. The best part of it is all in the full spectrum, no matter which way you go, because you need those phytocannabinoids and terpenes and shit to boost the CBD, and vice versa when it comes to the THC helping CBD and all that shit. But yeah,
I don't know. From my experience, and what I understand, who knows if these companies are like legitimately just isolating Delta 8 or Delta 10, or doing a combination of Delta 8 or Delta 10, if there's not some Delta 9, which is what is technically federally illegal. Because they're obviously able to concentrate enough Delta 9 from hemp, not cannabis, to make it legal, but you just need so much more yield to get all these products. But man, the Delta 8, I mean, it's a different kind of high. I wouldn't say it's a bad high, because I've had plenty of experience with cannabis where it's like, oh yeah, this is this is good, and then I go to Delta 8 or Delta 10 just because I don't want to pay a premium from the black market. I can go to, like you said, any drugstore and pick some up, and it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good, especially for, being a family man. I can hit this little vape pen and like have a chill night watching a movie or just go straight to bed or whatever. It's not like I'm blazed out of my fucking gourd and I still have a roommate that can't feed herself.
So like, yeah, I don't know why I bought all these. I have zero experience in doing any of them, but I was like, I'm going to just buy a plethora, a smorgasbord of drugs. And,
it's really like the worst idea of all time because
I make this decision frequently.
best case scenario, they expire or they go bad and nothing happens and you've just spent money, right?
Nah, dude.
Worst case scenario, there's like there's like 5 different choose your own adventure forks that all end up with either you in prison, the house is on fire, the dog is dead. Like there's a million different avenues you can go down.
Man, have you ever smoked weed?
Awesome.
I
have smoked weed, yeah.
My original idea with this was I was just going to do them. I was going to do it live on the podcast and then just like get fucked up.
That is a good idea. That's a really good idea.
So the reason I'm not is I literally have a job interview tomorrow and I have another one and don't know if they're going to drug test. And I don't even know if I want the jobs, but I just want more money. So if they offer me that and then I fail because of this shit, I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. But then again, I don't know that I want to be drug tested anymore. I'm old. I don't really give a fuck anymore. Like,
yeah.
It's none of your fucking business.
If they drug test you and you say, and they find like, fucking Tony Ya's boxer sweat in there, the Kratom shit, you just be like, yeah, man, I have melanoma. Like, fuck off. Like, what do you mean?
Oh, and yeah, then, dude, I thought about that.
I mean, that's like, it is, you literally
Plus
have
blue.
a better
I like
version
blue,
of the
like,
race card.
Blue things. Like, I bought blue drugs because they're blue and I like blue. Blue candy.
I'm blue.
So yeah, I'm gonna go.
This is so stupid.
Yeah, this was really dumb. This was my contribution for the week.
Actually, like getting into the whole microdosing a little bit with like medicinal mushrooms and seeing, well, more or less the cyclobian and like fucking seeing where that goes and like helping like with mental health and shit.
Yeah.
Over everything else, you know what I mean? That was always what was kind of a draw to it too.
I'm pretty much stretched to the fucking max right now between work, life, and hobbies. Like because I'm trying to put like real time into creating shit now, like between this podcast and like now I'm a fucking loser gamer streamer because I got a fucking 250,000 views on a fucking video. So I don't know, I've been like I just want to do drugs and not think about anything else for like a while, for like at least like 2 fucking hours.
Yeah.
Where like I don't have to do anything.
Have you considered like taking a nap? Because that's like basically the same thing.
Yes. It's probably healthier, but I won't do that.
I've questioned like the micro dosing thing. I think it has like short-term benefits. This is completely anecdotal, but
Only
I think it has like
all.
that's my argument. Is I think if you do, let's not say a heroic dose of psilocybin, but like a pretty big one, like once or twice a year, you could get the same like grounding effects as like micro dosing for like
I believe
6
that
months.
definitely. I mean, I would. There's no doubt to that too. I mean, there was I think I'd even write up on it with one of the pieces I'd done where, so for a while LSD was used for people that were coming back from war to combat PTSD, and the theory was that while they were on an LSD trip, that would open up new neural pathways for them.
Yeah.
So instead of constantly going down that same path of thought, where maybe it was manic depressive or it was like where they were dealing with anxiety, this would open up a new gateway mentally for them and a new pathway to where it kind of, you're healing it in a way, but you're also kind of redirecting that thought process into something that can be a healing. And I mean, that's where some of the draw came into it too, was with not just the spiritual, mental aspect of it, but the physical as well.
Yeah.
Because we read stories of people with like heart conditions that needed like biopsies, and the heart's actually growing an extra valve to do it itself and shit. I mean, it's a lot of fascinating shit that's really untapped when it comes to, I think, research.
I think there's a huge value in the statement of everything in moderation, even moderation. But
that's my man.
So the way I would apply that, especially to like psychedelics, is like, okay, like there's a certain level of moderation, and if you're gonna moderate it to like once or twice a year, like maybe that's the limit of the moderation, and you can explore your mind like unfounded, like just take as much as you want once a year. And it might ground you versus like microdosing like every day, or like going microdosing for 4 days and then off for 5 or whatever. Like I think that could still
moment of like aha type shit where it's like, okay, it just clicks all of a sudden just through that one like epic induction of whatever, how much you wanted to take of it.
There's something that it may not reveal all the answers, but it definitely like gives you insight to questions that you have, versus like microdosing where it's basically an antidepressant, but it's illegal, and it's maybe a little more trendy because it's, well, I'm doing psychedelic mushrooms or whatever. I think you could gain way more value. Like same with like DMT or even like MDMA, like doing that like once or twice a year and like setting and not using it as like a let's get fucked up and have fun drug, but like let's explore the deepest depths of the depravity of my mind.
Yeah, there's actually some of that in bodybuilding now too, which is kind of weird. Like, in a way it's good, in a way it's bad, because people are like they're like advocating really small doses of steroids now. But the problem with it is you're fucking up your health to almost the same degree for less benefit. So it's just like you should just not do them. Like you're actually like medically better off doing higher doses or not doing it at all than like getting this minimal benefit.
Well, I mean, apply it to like booze, like what's really bad, like binging once every 2 to 3 months, or consistently drinking.
Right, it's obviously consistently drinking.
Right.
And like anytime alcohol hits your system, that switch is flipped. It doesn't matter if it's 1 beer or 20.
Right.
I mean, aside from calorically, like your body's still in that mode.
Right. Yeah.
I don't believe in moderation with psychedelics. I think that's you gotta just take it all.
Like all of it.
I'm so far out of my element here. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, so am I. I've actually just always been intrigued by it. I'm not into it. Like I read about it, but
if the police raid your house,
I'm so fucked.
I'm so out of my element with this,
dude.
All those little blue things you just bought.
They're not gonna believe you.
If you just eat it all at once and then there's no evidence.
If the
there's no evidence of you existing.
These snozberries taste like snozberries.
So the rest of your likely short life.
Right next to my bed are 3 loaded firearms, and that's just next to my bed. 1 set of body armor and carrier plates. There's another one downstairs. There's 2 rifles, and there's a go case. In that case is a passport. I'm not shitting you. If you don't believe me, I will grab it. 15 forms of foreign currency, pistol and ammunition, and radio. And it's like one of those, like, I don't know what it's called, like a turtle case or something. Like, I just grab that and go. I'm good wherever, man.
He's got in a hidden compartment in that same bag, he has a mouse that he can talk to named Shmi, who goes on covert operations for him.
I have my crypto keys in a cloud somewhere. I don't have a lot there, but it's enough. I just need internet access to get to them.
This is some 007 level of autism. I love it.
You have to be ready for anything at any time.
Including yourself.
Right. But like when I talked about like collecting research chemicals, it's always when they're legal. I like to get in before
That's
that
fair.
cutoff.
That's
smart, I'm not seeking out illegal shit.
Like if you decide you need to do that, that is the best way to do it.
Right. I'm always like, I like that gray area when things skirt like where it's like, I guess it's legal for now. Then I'm like, sure, do it as much as you can right now. And then if I need to sell it or get rid of it or, whatever, like, you can just flip it on eBay. It's not like anybody cares. You know how much drugs you can buy on eBay? It's pretty prevalent.
All of them.
Pretty much.
I gotta say though, I stopped getting drugs from the dispensary, and instead I just waited for drug dealers to approach me in places that I live.
Supporting local business, I respect it.
Is it?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
entrepreneurs.
I bought like a pound of weed or something like that from this guy out of his backpack. He was, he just had some and he was selling it, and I was like, "How much do you have?" And he told me, and I was like, "All right, I'll buy it all." And just took.
You made his day.
Yeah, Nevada's different.
Definitely made his day.
Like I would say that's unbelievable for any other state besides Nevada, because like it's just so it's so fucking like the reason why I don't even know where to begin this statement, but like
California probably too.
No, because California has like they're so far into like the liberal safe space type of shit that like drugs are obviously like popular and decriminalized for the most part, but no one's gonna sell you a pound of weed on the street. You have to like look.
Oh,
for
you're
that.
wrong. No,
You think so? Maybe I'm
no.
more thinking of like LA / like that type of area. Maybe in different parts. I don't know.
I've lived in Oakland and I've lived in a few places in Nevada, and it's more common than you might think. People approach me all the time when I was in California, even when I wasn't in Oakland, when I was in like San Carlos and stuff. People definitely approach me in public, just like
I don't
straight.
know. Maybe I just look like a narc.
They'd want to sell you it too.
I have a bit that I want to audition on the air here. Is that cool?
Do it.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of older music recently. I say older, but I mean like from like 10 years ago, specifically like hip hop.
Oh,
Yeah,
not that hell.
No, and I came upon. So obviously we all know Lil Wayne. Good news is I don't think any of us know Lil Wayne like really well, or else this game is not going to work.
I met him twice.
But there's an album. Yeah, there's an album of his called "I Am Not a Human Being 2." That
it's a classic, total classic.
Yeah, so good he had to make it twice. So, some of the lyrics on this album are just so fucking crazy that I didn't believe them, and I thought, you know what? I bet the fellas wouldn't believe them either. So I have comprised a little game here of sorts. Okay, I have for you a set, 4 sets of lyrics. I'll give you 3 options. I'm going to read out these lyrics. I'm going to give 3 options. 2 of them come from the album, and 1 of them is of my invention. And you must decipher which one is mine.
Are you trying to prove a point here that you're as good as Lil Wayne, or what?
Yes, 100%. If I don't get picked up by Dr. Dre after this, it's over for the kid. I promise. Okay.
Birdman. Ooh.
Yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and begin. First one might be a little easier, but it's maybe not.
Cash money.
Cash money. The first lyric, she say, "Sorry I didn't shave, so that pussy's a little furry. I put
This
that
is
pussy
Wayne.
in my face. I ain't got no worries."
Yeah, that's Wayne.
That's the
That's
first
Wayne.
one. Next one. Well, there's a set of 3, and you have to pick between
from
the 3
in
for
the
which
set.
one's
Okay.
mine.
No,
right?
but I'm
Okay,
still
so
sticking with
the
that's
first-
Wayne.
Yeah. I'm in the crib butt naked, bitch. She said my dick could be the next black president. And the third one,
Oh shit! I think that's Lil Wayne, but I don't know. Let's see.
third one, retard bitch spit game like autism speaks. Real G's move in silence so you don't hear the creaks.
That's you.
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
Okay, that one's a little easier. Okay, these next ones, I think you guys might struggle a bit because I really did my homework here. I listened to this whole
You
album.
can't
okay?
outshine the master, son.
Okay,
That third one was really good though.
It was too good.
next one. She get dick, weed, and ignored. That's a DWI, N-word. My tongue is a Uzi. My dick is an A. My tongue go brr. My dick go bahow, bitch. Or Jesus Christ, rocking a crown of thorns. Mujahideen bomb threat set off the alarms.
That's you. Come on, that's gotta be you.
I'm saying number 2 is Denny.
Fuck, I know. Like I was gonna say that till. Mujahideen is
I'll
kind of
reread
an
them.
obscure
Alright, so
reference for.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
But
original.
I'll-
Okay, Afghan-Russian war, or Dick go brr.
I'll reread it. She get dick, weed, and ignored. That's a DWI. My dick is an Uzi. My tongue is an Uzi. My dick is an A. My tongue go brr. My dick go bahow, bitch. Or Jesus Christ, rocking a crown of thorns. Mujahideen bomb threat set off the alarms.
God, I'm gonna say the first two are Wayne. I don't know though. I can't.
no, I'm gonna go 1 and 3 are Wayne.
God, I know this is a fucking. I think I'm getting curved on this one.
You're getting tricked.
I am.
Okay. No one else wants to guess. All right. It is
Well,
number
they're
3
not.
again. You are correct, Slick. He knows me too.
Dude, the giveaway for me had to be
Yeah.
the Mujahideen. Like,
I thought
was
maybe
like,
he was in like a
Mujahideen bomb threat.
yeah, the Mujahideen bomb threat was way too
I was
like.
thinking about this. I'm like, how would Lil Wayne say Mujahideen? Because there's no way he'd say it correct.
Yeah, that was way too specific.
I thought maybe there was an off chance that he was in like a
Right,
drug-addled like conspiracy theory YouTube loop, and it's like, all right,
Yeah, like he was doing some really socially conscious
Yeah.
thing, and like
I mean, just with like one line, like
because the second one with the brat pow, like I'm kind of like, okay, that's fake. But then I'm like, now that I
The fact that this lyric is real. My tongue is a Uzi, my dick is a A. My tongue go brr, my dick go bahow, bitch. And that's off Wowzers by Lil Wayne featuring Trina.
this, you even saying words.
Okay. Third set, okay?
Okay.
Superhero dick, she never stood a chance. I make her take this dick like advice. I'm in the ocean getting shark pussy. Good luck.
Wait. Was that all of them?
That's all of them.
Wait. Go
That's
through
all
those
3. They're
ones
just
again.
single line bars.
Those
okay?
were 3. I thought that was
Superhero
one.
dick, she never stood a chance. That's number 1.
Okay.
I make her take this dick like advice. That's number 2. I'm
That's
in the
Wayne.
ocean getting shark pussy. That's number 3.
So I'm gonna go. I would stake my money on 2 being Wayne, but 1 and 3 are a little iffy to me here.
I go 2 and 3 are Wayne.
I'm gonna say that too. I'm gonna go 2 and 3.
Okay, so you guys are guessing superhero dick, she never stood a chance as me?
Is you?
Yeah.
Damn, you guys are good. All right, 3 out of 3. All right. Last
You
set.
put a little.
Last set.
You
There's
put
a
a
little
little
bit of-
too much
There's
like.
a little Denny flavor in there.
Yeah.
Like I can
maybe,
catch
yeah.
it. If
Okay,
you did
last one.
did not like a nerd thing, like not superhero, I really wouldn't have fucking known.
Yeah.
'Cause how the fuck
Fair
would I
enough.
have guessed shark pussy?
The original
Legit.
lyric that I had for this is not safe for radio, so we'll just put it that way.
Okay.
What
let's-
radio
fourth
are we
set.
on?
Yeah, fair enough. The 4th set is the final one for this week.
Okay.
Had a dream that my dick turned to Megatron, but my girl was sleeping with Decepticons. Okay.
No, that's
See,
a
now,
Wayne
like,
lyric. I know that one.
Because yeah, when you say Decepticons, now I'm in like that.
no, that's a Wayne lyric.
Okay.
Jungle juice pussy, yeah, my bitch is mixed and swimming in ice. That's just a single bar.
God, he's so
I fucking
tight.
love that. I hope
Letting
you
all
wrote
these
that.
hoes-
Please tell me you wrote that.
And the last one, letting all these hoes ride my dick carpool.
1 and 2 are Wayne. I'm gonna give him
so
a
you
lot
think-
of credit. I'm gonna give him a lot of credit on those lyrics. Those are fire. The last
so you
one,
think letting all my all right, so you think letting all these hoes ride my dick carpool was me?
yes. That's a great line. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, those other ones are platinum artist lyrics.
Oh, did we lose him?
No, I was just laughing so hard I
Excellent.
can't breathe. Hold on. You can hear me, right? Like, okay.
Yeah. I'll reread them. Okay. Had a dream that my dick turned to Megatron, but my girl was sleeping with Decepticons. That's number 1. Jungle Juice pussy. Yeah, my bitch is mixed and super nice. And number 3, letting all these hoes ride my dick carpool.
I'm gonna retract my answer. Lil Wayne is too confident to even have a dream that his lady was sleeping with anybody other than him. So his bitch would not sleep with a Decepticon if he was Megatron. That's a dang line.
Then the first one?
Okay.
The first
I'm
one.
going to go 2 and 3, but please tell me you wrote 2. Because I'm thinking that last line is
I
driving
wrote
me
number
nuts.
2. Jungle Juice
Okay.
pussy. Yeah,
You
my
did?
bitch
Oh,
is
fuck.
nice.
Yes. Oh, my God.
That's all me. That's all me.
Because that third line, dude, I'm like, I'm a natural disaster. You can't plan for it. Bitches on my dick, public transport. I'm just like, I love this.
So I was thinking this might be a recurring bit if I can find more fucked up lyrics from other artists.
Dude, oh my God. You go to Houston, there's so many fucking confusing ones.
You gotta do fucking like Memphis. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Memphis funk music.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh my God.
But that's my contribution to this week's episode. I spent like 30 minutes putting that
Pussy.
together.
That's fucking
Jungle Juice
That's fucking
pussy.
brilliant.
Yeah, my bitch is mixed and swimming in ice.
I never wish I wrote a lyric so bad as I do right now.
Those are brilliant. You could probably.
Yeah, I was listening to this album. I'm like, there's no way these lyrics are real, right? And then just the way he delivers them is so nonchalant, and I'm like, yeah, they're real.
Yeah. Wheezy baby. Yeah, she called me hero. I said super. She wanna ride my dick 25 Uber.
Peak times.
Right, where does this broadcast? Like, can I dox people on this call, or?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We put it on YouTube until we get banned. I'm sure as soon as someone listens, we're gonna get banned, but we just avoid being specific with cities and names. I don't really care if you want to say something, like you can, just as long as it's better if you don't like the person.
Well, I don't know how to be vague enough about it, so never mind.
Is it something really bad?
It's just kind of funny that you guys might appreciate, because I think everybody in the hometown knows who this person is.
If it's really bad, we can cut it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
But I don't even know how many people from here listen to it.
Yeah, well, there's about.
I meant that it's gonna be cut.
You got the timestamp on this right here.
Hold on, like.
All right. Do you guys know who is?
I
No.
know that last name.
Billy?
Yeah.
Oh, Billy,
Yes.
No,
the
Will.
attorney?
Yeah, he is a kid.
Oh, his son.
Yeah. He,
Yeah.
So it wasn't the Quinten Tarintino NFT. It was a different like grassroots NFT project, but he just bought it at like 10x markup. I was the middleman between the seller, but they
Nice.
came out for 150 secret each, and he bought it for 2,000 secret, which is like 18 grand.
Nice. That's awesome.
Dang.
That's dope. That's
Yeah,
what we're trying to do.
Yeah, he aped in. Oh yeah, you know, Mr. Oh yeah.
I need to get in on the NFT game. I need to start making NFTs.
Buy the Quinten Tarintino one. Just sell your organs.
Or
I
buy one of
wanna-
those agents.
We should
No, you
come up
gotta-
with a.
Be a secret dog, or it's trying to get secret to that Solana level where it's like 150, 200, 250. There's no reason it can't get to that point.
I don't know a fucking thing about NFTs. I just know I want to make something. Like I want to like sell something, and that has my genome hidden in it. So like when someone buys it, they have like all my DNA sequenced or something. I want to hide my DNA on the blockchain.
Hide or back up? I don't. Wait,
Both.
what? Both. Fair
Just
enough.
like so
Well,
it's
yeah,
there.
make that a
If like
secret
a
DNA.
dead man's like a dead man switch, I could transfer
got
it to
those.
somebody when I die. Yeah, then like you can clone me.
Well,
What if that's what like 23andMe has been doing this whole time?
They definitely have a database.
Well, yeah. And now they're gonna
They
hold.
start selling NFTs of people.
Yeah, they're gonna hold
ancestry. and
They're gonna hold your
genetics.
ancestors' DNA for ransom if you want to keep your bloodline going.
Weren't we talking about this a couple weeks ago when I brought up the phylactery and how they can sell like an iPhone attachment that's like a serrated dagger, so you can use your blood to log into your Apple ID instead of a passcode?
Yeah, we hit on that kind of a little bit.
Kind
'Cause
of crazy
I'm-
that it's come up multiple times naturally.
I
Maybe
keep
this is
having
going
this.
somewhere.
I keep having this recurring nightmare where, like, you have a credit card, but it has microderm needles on it, and you have to it's tied to your genetics, and like so it like scans your fucking DNA.
So that's like your pin.
Right.
Like when you go to the gas station, you have to give a little bit of blood.
Yeah,
in
and
order
they can literally like ban your DNA from the financial system.
Oh, dude,
Like I'm like
it's coming.
right.
it's-
I'm already having this like literal nightmare of this.
Have
It's-
you ever seen that
it's
movie
right
In
there.
Time with Justin Timberlake?
Definitely not.
No? Okay, so let me just give you a
No.
quick synopsis. So it's the future. And
Spoiler alert,
uh,
everybody.
Yeah. So it's the future, and normal currency has been like banned. It's not used anymore. Instead, they use literal time as currency, and everyone from when they're born. Yeah,
Oh.
this movie's so fucking funny.
I
From when
heard
they're
about
born,
it. Okay.
Yeah, they have like a little thing on their wrist that shows how much time they have left. Everyone naturally stops aging at 25 years old, and you're at like your peak basically. And then every day you live after that, you have to pay for with time. So Justin Timberlake plays like this broke, like he's living day to day with his mom, who's played by Olivia Wilde because she also stopped aging at 25.
Yeah,
And it's
that makes
really
sense.
weird because they care about each other a lot. And I'm like, I'd fuck the shit out of her, and he probably would too. So it's just a very strange dynamic in general. But
Freudian
he meets
undertones.
this. He meets this guy who's hanging out in the ghetto in like a bar that he frequents, who's like he's hiding it, but he's super rich, and he pulls down his sleeve and he sees he has like over 2,000 years worth of time or some shit. And he's sick of being alive, he's sick of living, and so he just wants to give his time away, so he's been giving it away to like random people. And he learns about Justin Timberlake's story. The mob comes after that guy to stop him from giving away time for free or something, I can't remember. And then they end up running away because Justin Timberlake he leads them down a secret path. And they go to this like abandoned warehouse, and they're both tired as shit. It's like nighttime, and the guy tells Justin Timberlake like, "Thanks, man, you saved my life. You go to sleep, I'll keep watch." And Justin Timberlake passes out because he's hurt, and he wakes up in the morning, and the guy has transferred him all of his time, like because all you have to do is like handshake somebody basically, and you can give them your money.
Come
Which is
swap.
really like maybe the dumbest
Dude,
Little
possible way
snowballing.
of like, because like a mugging, you literally just have to hold on to someone's arm for like a half second. But anyway,
Fucking like vampire siphoning, like
yeah,
this
that's
this
like literally
this
what
sounds
it is.
like a combination of like the Hotep theory
But,
and
yeah.
carbon credit score like mixed together. Like you get
No, but
so
check this
many
out. This is-
finite ejaculations, but you can transfer those ejaculations, kind of like your carbon credits from corporation to corporation.
I need 20 more cum shots or I'm gonna die.
The legit best part of this movie, okay, the best part of this whole movie is he wakes up in the morning in the warehouse. The guy's gone. He sees that he's given him all of his time. He looks out of like the warehouse windows, and you see like a big overpass, and the guy's like standing on the overpass, and he waves to Justin Timberlake from like really far away, and then jumps off and kills himself, right? And Justin Timberlake looks around, and he sees on one of the windows, the guy has like done the breath fog writing thing, and he just wrote, "Don't waste my time." And it's possibly the worst, funniest joke setup pun, and the movie's filled with little puns like that because like they use time as currency. So like a little kid that's like a beggar will go up to Justin Timberlake and be like, "Hey, you got a minute?" And he's like, he's literally asking for a minute. Dude, it's so stupid. You have to watch it. It's so fucking funny.
Hey, pal, you got the time?
It's supposed to be real dramatic,
Jesus.
and the guy's just written on the fucking window, "Don't waste my time," in breath writing. Holy shit, I was dying laughing.
And then I remember, like, because, like, right after that scene, Justin Timberlake walks outside and gets hit by a bus and then dies. And that was the funny part, right? All that time.
Just the curb music comes on.
Fuck.
Sounds like an awful movie.
It sounds like a gayer version of Logan's Run.
Damn.
I didn't have shit else going on this week.
That
dude.
was all I prepared this week.
Yeah, I was sitting at work thinking about this episode. I'm like, man, I have had nothing happen. I've been playing too many video games. Oh, okay. I'll talk about this, I guess. So I spent the last basically 2 of my nights. I stay up pretty late because I work like a second shift, so I stay up to like generally like 3 or 4 in the morning most nights. And I have spent the last 2 nights fighting, like absolutely battling
with your
my
homosexuality.
computer.
Oh,
And it's close. And my VR headset to try to get VR porn games to work. I'm not talking about like normal like VR porn. That's easy.
not the
There's,
ones
like-
that they advertise like, oh, you won't last 20 seconds.
Yeah. No, these are like legit. Like you have to sub to their Patreon. You have to go to their Discord just to find out how to run this shit. It's like a labyrinthian fucking maze of instructions on how to get this shit up and running. But there's this one company that like hired all these professional porn stars to do like VR scans of their bodies, and they bought licensing to use their VR likeness, which is a whole different topic we can get into.
Can we get a breakdown
separately.
of like some of the stars possibly?
Riley Reid, Mia Malkova, fucking Tori Black, Andrew
All right, now
White.
we're talking.
Like, it's
now
crazy.
I'm in.
It's
I'm in
crazy.
now. I need the thickness. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
not a
It's-
Riley
it's-
Reid fan.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And so I
did
spent
like
the
that
last,
one
like,
song she
8
made, though.
hours basically.
You ever heard
Not
that?
today.
Oh my god.
Riley Reid was a musician.
She did a rap song.
Oh, her rap song?
God.
It's not good. Yeah, it's bad.
It's awful,
Dropped the
but-
N-bomb like 4 times.
Oh, that's
No,
tight.
more than 4. It's fucking great.
That's okay. Now I kind of want to hear it.
It's
Should we play
fucking
it on the podcast.
yes.
Oh, it's definitely not safe for radio.
Hey, we should. Oh, next week with the lyric game. So I've never heard this song. Do you want to play the lyric game with Riley Reid's raps?
Denny, that's your job.
I don't know. Look, I don't know if I could channel Riley Reid rap to try to fucking similarize that.
You just gotta listen to it like maybe 40, 50 times in a row.
Yeah, just
Get
put
in
it
the
on before I go
headspace.
to bed, and hopefully it does like a fucking
Just-
an omelet du fromage to my brain. Like Dexter's Law.
Yeah, I mean, listen to that song and watch just big black dudes jerking off or whatever, you know.
Well, I got one of those down.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your flow with the fucking.
No, I mean
porn
it's
game.
just been frustrating. I can't get it to work no matter what I do. The problem is you go onto these Discords and everyone's super horny, but they all need help, and that's not a good combination of things. Like I've done a lot of drunk troubleshooting before, where you like have a few beers and you take apart your computer to find out what's wrong.
doesn't work,
Awesome,
and I
it's
need
great.
to come.
Yeah, but horny troubleshooting is awful because I'm sitting there half-mast, struggling to find out why this shit's low-level coding is fucking up my computer blue screening shit, and everyone's
what I
like,
do
"I
for
don't know,
work."
but I need to bust right now." I'm like, "Me too, help!" and it's been a nightmare.
Damn.
Yeah,
help
I
you,
don't know.
dude. I,
So in the Discord, I shared a video earlier. It's called Dark Hacks of VR.
oh yeah, I watched that today.
Dude, that like expanded my mind to like a whole nother level of like, nah, I don't want to be a part of the simulation.
Well, like I already think about stuff like that a lot. So not even fully related to VR, but it got the Havana syndrome stuff that was in the
Oh.
news, like with the sonic attacks. That's
Yeah.
stuff I've known about for a long time, and I'm like, well, people always made jokes about the brown note,
Yeah.
but like there's always actually been like frequencies that can like just scramble your brain.
Yeah.
And like so part of my paranoia, like my go kits, I have goggles that filter lasers because I'm not scared of getting shot. I'm scared of like someone burning my retinas out from a mile away with like a laser.
Yeah.
So
I can't remember. Was it in that video?
they talk about like reprogramming people with like light sequences
Yeah.
through VR headsets.
Have you ever looked
So-
into the carbon tubes?
No.
So I forget what the fuck they're called exactly, but there's like a carbon solution,
Mm-hmm.
and it was invented way back, probably 5-10 years ago or whatever. You could put this carbon solution in these carbon molecules into like whatever, and then you hit them with radio frequencies, and they'll automatically arrange themselves into a circuit system.
Oh, sick.
So, and they
Put that in your body.
well, that
In a
was kind of the
vaccine?
that's kind of the theory I came up with,
Yeah.
because basically the same frequency that would rearrange these carbon tubes into different circuit systems is about the same frequency as 5G.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that.
So with a combination of like that light therapy and then the carbon tubes, like
when I was a kid, I had it was kind of like a toy PDA. So it was like a little assistant thing, but you could customize and reprogram it from a computer. And I remember, so like I drew the Pure Players logo on a computer and I transferred it to it. So I had a Pure Players PDA, but it was like 2002 or some shit. But how you sent data back and forth to it is there was software on the computer and you would do whatever you need to do, and then you would hit send data, and what the computer would do, just on the CRT screen, there would be a little like inch by inch box that was black and white and just flashed rapidly, and you held the back of the PDA with an IR sensor up, and it picked the data up through the light flashes. Because all data is light.
Yeah.
It's just light. So you just reprogram this thing with flashing light off the screen. So what is to say, at some point or at some level you don't read like flashes as data. Like, you can cause seizures in a person through flashing lights.
yeah.
So you can influence the brain through the eyes with that kind of like data can be transferred that way. It's not a secret.
Well,
but
I mean,
people just don't believe it.
Well,
Like,
and I mean, we know like so many X-rays will cause
Right.
cancer.
you can't just sit under an X-ray machine.
Yeah, it's
right.
gonna affect the molecular cells of your body, like, and what's to say you can't refocus that into,
Right.
neural wavelengths.
And not even on like a conspiracy level about like radio frequencies like 5G and 3G, like there is pollution. Like there is radio wave pollution. Signals leak and go everywhere, and there's radio waves flowing through your body right now, and you are not consenting to that.
Yeah,
Like they're just being flooded through you, and you don't actually know the effects that they have.
yeah.
You're
They tell
supposed
you they
to-
don't have
I mean,
any,
I get
but-
paid royalties for that. You're getting those checks, right?
Yeah, that's a pretty big long-term thing me and Satoshi have been working on.
That's good.
It's somewhat related to the phylactery, TM, patent pending.
That's good. I thought they were going to throw that patent out, but
Well, pending, but
fair
me
enough.
and
fair
Cuban are
enough.
still going back and forth on that.
Yeah, he's a shit negotiator.
Yeah, Yeah, that's what happens when you get too much money. You just become bad at seeing the little stuff, you know? I haven't seen this video, but
Tell me
the
about
first 2
it.
minutes of it is a Snow Crash quote, which is pretty cool. That's a good book.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool video actually.
Yeah, that dude's got a
Um,
ton of really cool stuff. I would highly recommend digging into his
Who, Mark
YouTube
Cuban?
channel.
Yeah, Mark Cuban has a bunch of cool fucking sci-fi VR videos.
Damn.
I actually wrote a
I
paper on Mark Cuban when I was like 16 or something for class. He was wealthy, but he wasn't quite like what he is now. At the time, I just was like, oh, that's dope. He made money, so I was like, cool. I'll talk
I was
about
on
it
a
now.
Google. What did they call that? Google.
Hangout?
What was the
A
social?
hangout,
Yeah, but it was on that social network thing, Google
Google
Plus.
Plus.
Oh,
Google
Google.
Plus.
In the early days, he had a room up where he was interviewing somebody, and I popped in. It was me and him, this guy he was interviewing, and then he's like, "Who are you?" And I'm like, "Well,
I'm the guy you're interviewing.
a post. You made a post. Said join, and so I'm here." And then he kicked me.
That's like when like U.S. senators try to upload images and instead they just type out the full file name. They like copy and
Right.
paste image.56644.290.jpg. Nice.
It's pronounced JPEG.
True.
Angela White .mp4 like on his Twitter feed or something.
Hey, here's the most like uninteresting argument ever. Do you guys subscribe
Cool.
to the GIF or the GIF thing?
GIF.
Really? Man,
I say I like
that's
the
rough.
peanut butter.
That's rough. That's why I
I
don't
say GIF.
I
No,
say GIF
the
too.
ol-
I don't want to get it mixed up.
I call it Geif.
Geif. That sounds like a German swear word. Geif. Verschleißen.
I call it
Love
GIF like the peanut butter because that's what I've always called it.
Most of
that
the GIFs I
and-
do view are quite creamy.
I gotcha.
The only argument that I was never married to one side or the other, but the only argument is because was graphic
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's something graphic. Yeah.
Moving picture.
graphic image whatever. So when I think graphic, I think GIF.
You know what's really annoying is the guy that like invented the
That's
file
my
type.
only reasoning.
Yeah, the guy that invented the file type came out and he's like, it's GIF. And I'm like, dude, suck my dick. Fuck off. Like, why would you why would you do that? Like, you need to like if you create something and it becomes hyper popular, like this podcast will be.
You have to
You need to
pretend you
just
don't
let
care
it-
or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
that's for
Not
that's
even
it's the
pretend, you have
artistry,
to-
and I just let you read what you want out of it or whatever.
You have to
Well-
legitimately separate yourself from it as far as you can, otherwise you will ruin it. That
we
happens
could
with
we could
everything.
ask one of the most prolific men on the planet that ever separated themselves from what they created, Satoshi
I'm ready.
Nakamura. What do you think? I mean, you've completely gone into hiding. You've got 1 million Bitcoin sitting on your desktop somewhere. Like, what do you think? Is that okay? Can the internet just take over? And
I thought you were gonna say on his desk, like they're just stacked up. He's swimming in actual coins.
Scrooge
I wish
McDuck.
I was anonymous enough, man. Like, I've gotten lynching threats, like all kinds of crazy threats. It's better to be anonymous.
Why don't you just hire hitmen?
Did I tell you
mean-
guys about the bodyguard that I hired for the wedding?
I'm still working
No.
on that, by the way. So maybe keep.
Dude,
that on
I
wraps.
could have. Just so you know, the URL for this podcast is bluecheckhitlist.com. Like, I'm not kidding.
Well, I heard this ex-military guy. He had this cool picture of him holding an AK and having like the love sign up on his hand, and I was like, "That's dope."
Yeah, dude, I could get you a whole fucking National Guard team, probably.
What's the rate?
Whatever. I'd probably
It-
a
it-
free trip to Vegas and beer.
I was gonna say if you pay for my checked bags, I'll bring plenty of weapons. I'm pretty sure I can carry in Nevada.
Fair enough.
I know a group
Come
of guys who
locked
just
and
got off
loaded,
detail
guys.
at the border. Like, not kidding.
So the one
And I
nice
could
thing
pro-
about a like a legitimately licensed bodyguard though is like if you put your hands on someone or whatever, like it's really hard in certain scenarios to like argue it was justified. It can get hairy. So it's pretty much
Right.
just like outsourcing that liability to somebody with a license.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean that's CYA. I'm just throwing it out there. I got
Fair
it.
enough.
I'm not a rich man, but people owe me favors.
I'm not a rich man either, but I like to skirt the edge of the law.
None of my money is real.
That's perfect.
So
Perfect.
That's how I
Yeah.
wish. I am selling
the
every
bankers,
single
it's
thing I
fake.
own. The banks are fake. We got into this on the podcast a couple weeks ago that I don't even have a bank account. So
Damn. My favorite bank account is Cash App.
my,
Man, they
my
let
favorite
you,
bank
they
account
let
is
you
my
deposit
pocket.
cash into Cash App now from like 7-Elevens, and you can deposit
Oh,
your
tight.
paycheck. And
So I can buy
deposit
my
checks.
Kratom right at the register.
You got a direct deposit account at Come and Go, and it's like, yeah, let me get that Kratom.
I just send my paychecks to 7-Eleven. And I come out with boxes.
No, no,
Fucking drug.
the
Rhino
the real
XL.
strat. The real strat is to go to the GameStop next door, cancel your
Oh, yeah.
pre-order for Madden 23, and take
Yeah.
that $60 and then go next door and then buy the.
Deposit it to 7-Eleven.
Fair enough.
You
With
have
all
to
the things
bet
you
that
get
the
at 7-Eleven, can any of you guys find me in one of those new Xboxes at 7-Eleven?
Fuck no.
oh maybe
That shit
So
is
I did-
gone.
I did get my hands on a PS5 because
I
I
did
kept
too, yeah.
I kept my Sony subscription, and they had like a 2-hour event for people they emailed. And there was an event like that for Xbox that my buddy got me into, but he said the moment he loaded the page, it was sold out.
I had a
people
friend,
want
or I
these?
have a friend on the internet that rejiggered his sneaker bot that he uses to.
Whoa,
like,
whoa,
resell
whoa!
Calm
Language.
down, calm down,
Oh.
calm down.
Oh,
Uh,
rejiggered. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sorry,
exactly.
Satoshi.
Yeah, he fucked with his bot that he uses to resell sneakers. Like, he has a bot that'll just buy like 30 pairs of the same sneakers as soon as they go on retail, and then he'll just
Yeah.
resell them. I had him change it to like a listing on Amazon for a PS5, and that's how I got it. Because otherwise, it's
There's
literally
a-
impossible to get anything.
There's
new
a
nowadays.
ton of sneaker dudes that do that. If you want a PS5, go to like a high-end sneaker store. They'll probably have a dozen of
I
them.
want an
Do,
Xbox. What's this one called?
Oh,
What,
I just
whatever
want to
the
know,
hell
like, do people actually want these consoles, or is it just this like self-feeding cycle of they're rare, so we just keep buying them because they're rare? So
I literally bought my PS5 to play one video game, and now that I've done that, it's sitting in the corner just dusting.
I got my PS5 because my PS4 started lagging, and I want to play Last of Us 3 in 10 years when it comes out.
Makes sense.
I think the scarcity is mainly due to the impending world war with
With the-
China.
chip shortages,
Yeah.
and the probably the
It's the
future
silicon
blockade.
shortage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're kind of fucked too. We have servers on order, and it's gonna take. One of the orders is like 16 weeks.
Oh, I've got a vehicle I've been
Um,
working on. It needs an SRS unit which controls like the airbags.
Right? You can't
I-
get it because of the shortage.
This car's been sitting in our store since March,
That's fucked up.
and they can't produce any of the computer units for these cars.
I love
Are you
this
about
because
smoking
I just
catalytic converters again?
yeah.
Yep.
There's lots
I just,
full of cars that just need a single chip.
Yep.
I don't do any work now, and then I just blame it all on the shortage. Like, why can't you come fix my internet? Chip shortage.
Fucking
Can't
AMD,
get
man. I can't
fucking-
tell you
right.
what to do.
I don't know what to say. The fucking China, man. Fuck. Coronavirus.
I mean, you should have voted for Trump. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like I just say that. I just say that kind of shit
Yeah.
all day now, and I don't do anything. And
Damn.
they're like, it's not even related. I'm like, oh, you would think, but it's
yeah,
just,
I mean, global markets.
yeah, I can't do my timesheets.
Yeah. I mean, Bic with their ink shortage. I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
straws in the ocean. I don't know what to tell you.
Fucking dead turtles. Fuck, it's sad. And then I just close the door.
Fucking sad, man. Clank.
I do a little bit of social engineering at every job I've ever worked, where I'll find my direct supervisor, usually on LinkedIn, and then extrapolate like his Facebook or Twitter or anything I can from there. And I'll find one thing that they like or are like interested in, and I'll do a little bit of research into it if I'm not already like familiar with it. And I'll make it a habit to just bring it up as naturally as I can in conversation after like a week and be like, oh man, yes, the fucking Jets, right? And he's like, whoa, you like the Jets? I'm like, oh yeah, die hard. And then, we just go back and forth. And that strategy legitimately has saved me from getting fired from every single job I've ever worked, because I'll stop doing my job after like 6 months because I get bored or it's just like shit just gets stupid. And then people will be like, oh man, you really should pick that up. I'm like, yeah, if I don't, what's going to happen? You think fucking Phil's going to fire me? We both love the Jets. It's not happening.
I do some
I've
similar
never
stuff.
found a strategy to not get fired from jobs.
Well, it doesn't
You're
matter,
lucky.
Satoshi. You rule the world now.
Oh, damn.
I do
Well,
that in
what if the
job
world
interviews.
fires me?
The world can't fire you.
I don't know,
Oh.
but Cuban just got back to me and he said that the phylactery is, quote, the worst investment opportunity he's ever seen. And
And then he
for that
gave you
reason,
money.
he is out.
Ask him if he can chip shortage.
Oh, the chip shortage? Hold on, let me text back to him.
Yeah, good.
Can I get 2 seats for the Mavs game? Big fan.
Hey,
Hashtag
ask him where Michelle's at too.
Coach Life.
So
Also,
I had
do you
last
know
week
where Michelle
we
is?
talked about how Michelle Obama ruined my trip to China. It was a repressed memory, dude. I completely forgot about it till it was like triggered in me. I don't know how we've made that joke every week, and I didn't remember that happened to me until last week. Like,
You know what my
was like,
favorite
oh,
part
yeah,
about last
one
week
time?
was? Like, legitimately, and I was hoping we'd do it this week too. Maybe we should have talked about it before we hit record. But legitimately, my favorite part about last week was that not a single one of us on the recording actually justified or explained why JR wasn't there, and instead some other person was. And I really hope that some time in the future when this podcast blows up, someone's gonna go back and listen in order. And they're like, "Oh man, this is pretty good," and they're gonna get to episode 10 or 11 or whatever the fuck it was, and JR's just not there, and this guy
is
that doesn't
episode
sound
10.
anything like him is, and they're like, "Is that him?" They're not saying anything. So I was hoping we could just like rotate in people, guests, and shit, and just not mention it at all. That would have been so.
I liked that we didn't even say anything, and that also, like, of course, I didn't even know the guy at all. Just rolled with it. like, whatever.
It was so great. Like,
all right.
literally 30 seconds
All right,
before
we'll
we
just
started,
do
I'm
it.
like, "Yo, Slick, this is blank, blank, this is Slick. Let's go."
Yeah, and then I'm like, all right, I hit record. We just went. I didn't know.
It was so funny. It was so tight.
Oh,
Yeah,
it worked. It worked.
I don't know if you
Well-
can hear it when I do that, but I got a phone call.
Oh.
So man, this crazy thing happened. All right, so I got you've all seen Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so
Which one?
in the Star Treks, this one would be. Let me see if I can.
Like Deep Space Nine, or Next
It would be
Generation.
Next Generation, I think.
I've watched almost all of Next Generation. Deep Space Nine was only tight
and there's
after they added
Delta
the chick with the
9
huge
and
knockers.
Delta 8. Wait, I heard knockers. We talking about 7 of 9?
Deep Space Nine.
Oh, Deep Space Nine.
No.
Is that 7 of
Yeah,
9?
Deep Space.
All right.
Or-
I shared it. I'm sharing it in the chat. So that's the
that Janeway?
formal outfit for
The wedding?
yeah, for me.
Oh, that's sick.
In the UK, she made it by hand, and
Oh, awesome.
fucking UPS delivers it to an Amazon warehouse.
That's tight.
Wow.
So
That's
they
gonna be sick.
instead of delivering it at my apartment, they sent it to an Amazon warehouse. So I've been negotiating with UPS and Amazon, and UPS won't tell Amazon the address. They're like, no, we can only send a message to the warehouse, directly. We cannot confirm the exact location it was sent to.
Dude, knowing you could probably like somehow through social engineering and
I
just
tried.
like you could cause like single-handedly cause the economic collapse of the fucking package delivery like industry by just
Oh.
setting them two against each other over this minor like inconvenience, and it like escalates butterfly effect style into both of them going to like not just like a cyber war but also actual war. Like Amazon drivers will be strapped with nines and fucking plate carriers and shit, and the fucking UPS people will be like flying drones around trying to snipe them out of the dude. It's gonna be sick.
All right, so we're gonna call this the Arm Flex Driver initiative
There
because
you
of
go.
delivery people. Yeah.
And then we swoop in with our own delivery service, and we use your hidden teleportation skills, which is how we get away from all the combat and violence.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Man, I grabbed a beer and took a piss. And I have no fucking clue where you guys are at.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
welcome
gonna
to
take,
this
we're gonna
podcast, dude.
bomb Amazon. I think I heard something about bombing Amazon
Oh,
and
Something, yeah.
kidnapping Jeff Bezos's kin. And
can I be like Gary Busey's kid in Contact?
sure.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
What is it?
Does he have
He's
kids,
not like
Jeff Bezos?
Yeah.
Man,
He does.
imagine being a Bezos kin. That'd be
All right.
crazy.
Guys, check this out. Check this out. This is
Okay.
Jacob's outfit, which is already here.
All right, this is an audio an audio medium, so I'm gonna do my best to describe this. It looks like okay, that's from Star Trek. It looks like that's the
Yeah.
first mate's
Jordy.
top.
It's
Yeah, that's-
Worf, it's Worf's outfit.
Worf's. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got Worf's fucking top. That's sick.
Nice.
Very tight.
Is this your?
Damn, it's plastic sealed
this
too.
what-
You know that shit's gonna be crisp when it comes out for the day.
It was made by this chick in the UK. She like makes cosplay outfits for a living.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You know, this is gonna get like a mannequin and have that always like on display or anything.
am I gonna? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. We'll see if I even get mine. Goddamn, Amazon can send billionaire into space, but they can't fuck
Oh,
my package back.
I have
Right.
There we go.
I have one more thing I want to talk about. So I found this guy
Sure.
on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
His name is Pongzai. You guys might be familiar, you might not. I'll just post a quick video, and I'll describe the video. But for those of you out there, just look up Pongzai on YouTube. He's really famous. To give a description,
Oh, yeah, this dude's so
This-
tight.
yeah. this is
Is he
a
Mongolian
Chinese
or
man.
something? Oh, Chinese.
No,
okay.
no, he's Chinese. Yeah, he lives in Chinese mainland.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And he is a viral YouTuber / TikTok / Twitter person who got really famous like a year ago off of Chinese social media. And
He's
this
a
guy from
fucking
Barstool
boss.
Sports called
Is he the
Donnie,
guy who like eats
went to
cigarettes
visit
or
him.
something, or is it okay?
he just drinks a lot and like doesn't get affected
Yeah,
by
like,
drinking at
okay.
all, and he does a bunch of cool tricks. So yeah, basically he's just a crazy fucking drinker. He does all these cool tricks and like downs a bottle of beer in like half a second. Anyway, I saw this video where this guy from Barstool Sports named Donnie, who does this thing called Barstool Abroad, where he goes to all these different countries just to like hang out and visit. But he's like a white trash, funny, like beer smoking, fucking beer
smoking?
drinking, cigarette smoking white dude.
Bud vaping.
So he just like
he's just-
yeah, but like he just parties all over the fucking world, and he went to visit this guy. I'm not kidding. He's legitimately the most humble, down to earth. Like he lives in a village that has like maybe 500 people, and he's a peasant. Like he works cornfields by the day. But all he does after work is he drinks like with his friends, and they drink a fucking lot. They drink baijiu and or fucking baijiu. They drink
yeah,
fucking
that's
beer.
the shit.
No, but what's Baiju?
Baijiu
It's
is
like a little
they're-
rice wine kind of thing, like a moonshine.
Yeah, it's not quite as like hot or bitter as sake, but it's more like it's a lot more alcohol.
It's not. It's
And
pretty.
And they
gross.
also, yeah, they also smoke a ton, and he also likes to just break bricks. So like he just does fucking brick breaking with his hands. The guy's like a fucking legend. But the craziest part about the video is he showed up, and the guy speaks a little Chinese, so they're talking back and forth a little bit. But when he finds out that the guy is like getting popular, he tells him, he's like, yeah, the Chinese government reached out to me and told me to stop uploading my drinking videos. So now I just go through Twitter and TikTok and stuff, and he has to go past the firewall. So a government
shit.
official, a government official had to watch this guy create these fucking monstrous cocktails, these absolute concoctions, and be like, and had to like to judge whether or not this is like
This is not
like, if this
harmonious
is,
for
like
society.
appropriate to represent
Yeah.
China.
Yeah.
And just the thought of that made me laugh more than the whole situation itself. The guy's awesome, but that thought
He got
alone made me
docked.
laugh really hard.
He got docked
Damn.
20 social credit points.
Yeah, definitely. But he's like a pet. Like he's literally a peasant,
Has to
dude. Like
pay
he
more
lives in a
rent.
fucking like a thatched roof house. Like it's crazy.
Dude, that's tight.
What happens when you get the knocked credit? Is like gas and milk more expensive, or do they not even let you buy it?
I think you have to get to a certain point. You can't get on a flight.
Yeah, they
You
won't.
can't.
They
you
won't
can't
even let
take
you
on a
public
bus.
transport.
Yeah.
It's at a certain point, no. And they
Damn.
can basically shut you out of society.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of like Squid Game.
they ban you from being able to purchase anything, and they just
They
let you
can,
fend
yeah,
for yourself. Damn.
They've moved to almost all cashless. And I haven't even been there in a long time, but there was even stores when I went last time, when I pay with cash, they were like, "What the fuck?" Because they want you to use some phone apps and shit. And they're all state party controlled. There's no private enterprise in China. There's no such thing as private enterprise.
Yeah.
So
Which is crazy because you talk to any I don't want to make this political, but a progressive
they don't ever
now.
understand that anything that
Hey
comes
now.
out of China is Chinese government.
right, they'll justify the Chinese government by being a communist
Right.
capitalist market system or whatever. And it's yeah, I don't know if that's necessarily true.
It's pretty totalitarian.
yeah.
And
Seems pretty fair if you look at it objectively, right, guys?
of course.
I watched this other video.
Dude, China, I know I said this before. Some of the shit they do, yeah, it kind of fucks my freedoms. But some of the other shit they do is based as fuck.
Well,
Like
it's
building- Like all buildings in 12 hours.
Yeah,
I don't know.
there's-
Okay.
there's no
One thing that I will
bureaucracy. It's
never
just
yeah, one thing I'll never understand is when the COVID shit happened, they legitimately built fucking 50 hospitals or something in less than a week.
Yeah.
That I will
were-
never understand that.
they
That
were
is legitimately
plastic.
sci-fi shit.
they were
slave
plastic
labor.
intense. They're not as impressive as you think.
That's still
Um,
no, we could never. I'm just gonna say.
Do you
that.
know what
Like,
you could
we-
do if there
this-
was no OSHA?
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you should see the mistakes.
yeah,
I
that's
make
what I'm
at
saying.
work.
We could never. It would just not. It would not ever be. There'd be so
That's
much
because
red
the
tape. You'd
mafia owns
fucking.
the construction companies.
Well,
There's a million
that.
things that would stop that from happening here.
But also, it's not good over there. Things don't get done right. That's the other
So-
problem. Buildings collapse
on that
all
note-
the time.
I watched this video earlier this year that you guys reminded me of. So the New York Times did an op-ed or an op doc, I guess, talking about live streaming in China, and it's.
I
it's
have two
fucking-
friends that do it.
Yeah, it's
I have
it's
two
gotten
friends
really
that do
big
it.
over COVID, obviously, like every other streaming
Yes.
and content creation type thing has. But theirs is really crazy because they have legitimate warehouses that they retrofit into private office spaces where they just stick these streamers into classrooms and they teach them they're all young women who are mostly attractive and they teach
Right.
them how best to farm money from donators.
Well,
And-
and there's 50 billion men to every woman over
Yeah,
there
so
too. So you
it's
just
absurd how much money they fucking pull in.
and
This one
these-
girl in here was saying she's not going to have a day off for the next year and a half. In this
Right.
video,
They
'cause
they
there's so
stream
much money
every
being
day.
made.
They stream every day, sun up to sundown. But most of them are not independent, so they don't get
Nope.
most of
yeah,
the
they
money's
get
not even
pennies on the
theirs.
dollar. If
They
that.
get paid.
Whoa.
These apps, filter the shit out of these girls too. They don't even look
Mhm.
like they really do in real life. It's pretty fucking crazy. And people just
Yeah.
sit there and give them fucking money all day and buy them there's certain rules, so they buy them virtual gifts. So they get virtual car, but then that virtual car is worth X amount of currency in the app, and then that app currency can be cashed out or something on their end. Or
What's
something.
really crazy is that they have levels of fandom. And so, like, if you donate enough money, you move up a level. And once you get to a certain level, the streamer, quote unquote, starts sending you personal gifts each month. So at first, it'll be like a postcard. And then it'll be like handmade, brownies or cornbread or some shit. And of course, all of this is processed, made by the fucking agency or whatever, and just like auto signed. But they don't fucking care or know or have the awareness to even try to like distinguish that. So like you'll be there's a guy in the video that's been like, yeah, I've spent about $70,000 or so far on her stream so far. I'm a 7th level fan.
Jesus.
He's like another 10,000, and we get to have a private chat for 15 minutes. So I'm pretty excited for that. Like, dude, it's so crazy, man. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, this sounds like OnlyFans without the porn.
Well, that's why I'm just trying to
basically.
get fucking. Like, that's why I'm just trying to get VR fucking porn games to work, because it's like all of this, but better and free.
Sorry, I just wanted to
Fair
see this
enough.
work. This is blowing my mind right now.
What's that? Like, just
I've never been on Discord while recording the podcast, seeing everything.
we have like
Yo,
we're just
what's
fucking around. Sorry, we're just
Sorry, I'm just being a faggot right now.
I
No,
could've turned
you're
my
good. We got
cam on
cameras
too, but
rolling.
I didn't know we wanted to do a video format. I got multiple.
Well, I just
cameras
wanted
now.
to say hi to Satoshi, since I haven't seen him for a while, and
Oh,
I
damn,
just wanna
that
see my
dick.
pretty face.
Oh, give me a second.
Damn, this is good radio.
Do the Wilson.
I'm gonna do a little.
I think you know what? I think though we packed like that first fucking 40 minutes was pretty packed. Like it was actually good. It was legit.
I think so.
Yeah.
So I don't really from this point, dude, nobody's listening. Just do it.
Just do whatever.
Dang.
Yo, so I don't know if I told you this. I might have told you off recording, but if I did set on recording, you could just stop me. But when I was
I'm done recording now.
no,
We're
I don't
still
think so.
recording.
When I was driving home from Minnesota a few weeks ago, I went to visit my brother for his birthday. I drove back at like 2 a.m, and I was super fucking tired. And legitimately, the only thing that kept me up was listening to a recording of this podcast. And I was so hyped just listening to the whole thing. It was so sick.
There's
Like,
I
it's
need to
legit,
go
like,
through.
It's pretty riveting at certain parts.
So
and I was like,
there
damn,
are-
this is actually pretty good.
I actually, this is now our this is kind of a big, this is our 10th episode, and I didn't know it was going to get that far. And so we're like over 20 hours deep in this shit. So I'm going to start
that's
working
like
on
10
like a
weeks.
24/7 like channel that'll play these.
Oh,
And then I'm starting to work on it. It's going to take me a little while. And then there's so many bits I want to go back and make clips for, but I can't remember them now. So if you remember shit, you got to let me know.
I'll timestamp
like
some stuff. Yeah.
So like I mentioned before, like, okay, I had that shitty YouTube gaming YouTube video go viral. It's seriously at 250,000 views right now. So like I get fucking comments and views and messages all day, every day. And I like I'm trying to keep it up, like uploading videos now just cause it got traction. So like I've been working on that shit every day, and now I'm like burnt out. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to go back to making clips for this show. Like I'm like 2 weeks of that. And like, I realized how much I hate people. Just like, I'll get like 200 like good comments, and then one person's a dickhead, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I'm over it.
Like, this is fucking. I can't punch this person because I don't know who they are. So
Just gotta do what makes you happy. I mean, don't
Yeah.
fucking. I wouldn't. As far as this shit goes, I mean, put in the amount of effort that.
I think this just deserves more effort. There's
Pour
so
your
much
blood,
good.
sweat, and tears into it.
Yeah, there's so much good content we have that nobody's heard, and they need to hear. Like, all it's gonna take is the right person to pick it up, and then it's everywhere. But it just has to
that.
like.
But do you want
I don't.
it?
No, absolutely not. We are so
That's
fucked.
the real question.
We are so fucked. But I just like I think there's some shit we said that I think was like legitimately funny. Like it is. And
None of us
I
are
was
fu-
like, not
Pretty
really.
funny. Watch this. That was
That's it.
The OP school of broadcasting right there.
Right. I know that this last like 10, 15 minutes have been ultra riveting to listen to. Very thought provoking.
I'm just pulling out guns out of my safe like 20
Yeah,
minutes
I
ago.
actually saw that. I was. I don't keep my
I was
guns
like,
in
I don't
this
know what
room
they're talking
anymore.
about. I'm gonna look at some of my guns.
I was gonna make about how much I hate drivers and people. I threatened to like. Okay, threaten is the wrong word. I informed a contiferous woman that I would end her existence if she did not remove herself from my sight. Because she almost hit me. I was driving and she almost hit me. Like literally she was behind me and tried to like swerve around through oncoming traffic. I don't know if she was on meth or what, but she pulled up beside me like she was going to do something, and she rolled down her window and I already had mine down cuz I was sweating even though it's cold cuz I'm fat. And I don't know what I was like. I was on my break and I wasn't in the mood. And she was like opening her mouth and I just said, I will kill you. And then she drove away. I just said, I will kill you. Like, I am not in the mood.
I don't know. I don't ever really get road rage, but I do get like, I'll just have a case of like, what the fuck is happening? All right. So for example, this one time I'm following this trailer, right? And, it's one of those this truck that has a trailer attached, and it's one of those trailers that has all the cars on it, and the last car on the top is like it looks like it's about to fall off, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is that thing not like strapped in? Is it not harnessed properly? And I look inside, or like I'm like looking at this thing like behind the wheel, and I look closer. Inside the car, there's a person. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there's no shot. Someone's just hitching a ride inside of a fucking car. And I look closer. It's fucking Michelle Obama. She's just sitting in the fucking. She's sitting in the
Oh,
fucking car
shit.
getting towed. And I'm like, what are you
fucking
doing?
course.
Like, what's going on? You're stuck in here. Maybe that's why she couldn't make it today.
Transport one. Transport one. Transport one. Transport one.